Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to meet you in this beautiful day. Thank you for coming to this presentation. Today, in this occasion, I would like to presentate about the paper that me and my lecturer researched about. It is called Android-based digital module development in front office learning. Presented by Andreas Suwandi, Enda Fitriani, Goitza Rahma Raiza, and me myself, Umar Afif Abdul Aziz. For the contents, we introduce into the first section. The first of all is introduction, and the second one we will discuss about our research methods, and the third one is discussion of the results, and then the conclusion of the research. Background introduction. The emergence of COVID-19 pandemic. At the end of 2019, the emergence of viral infection spreads rapidly worldwide, and the virus is called COVID-19. The first COVID-19 cases were discovered in Wuhan, China. The World Health Organization announced on March 11, 2020 that COVID-19 was declared a pandemic. Second one, there is the disruption of the learning activities. UNESCO said there is 300 million students were disrupted in their school activities and temporary school closures due to health and crisis, Handoyo 2020. COVID-19 made a trial of mass online education implementation, Sang, Tang, and Chuo 2020. Online learning system. The online learning is the implementation of online learning classes to reach a massive and broad target group so that online learning can be held anywhere and attended for free or paid. Bilfaki and Komarudin 2015. The research goal of this paper. First is to develop Android-based interactive e-modules learning media using Flip PDF software on dynamic electrical materials. And the second one, to determine the feasibility level of Android-based interactive e-module using Sigil software. And the last one is to determine the effectiveness of using e-modules, Android-based interactive module using Flip PDF software. The research methods. In this research methods, we use E-Modul. The E-Modul has 5 stages. The first one is to analyze and design, development, implement, and then evaluation, Burns 2009. The development carried out is the manufacture of learning media in interactive e-modules based on Android for front office subjects in the field of reception and reservation expertise for hospitality vocational high school students in Bandung Raya. Sorry. The Likert scale for assessment. The data analysis technique from the validation test questionnaire was assessed using a Likert scale. The rating points is 1 to 4 as shown in the image 1 below. And then there is the validation is using calculation in the percentage of scores obtained from the alternative answer and then measured using the interpretation of scores for the Likert scale as an image 2 below. Meanwhile, to find out the increase in knowledge competence of teacher in tourism subjects before and after using Android-based interactive e-model learning media using and gain calculation as shown in image below. The result and the discussion. Teacher's duty during online learning. The first one is to ensure that teaching and learning activities continue even though students are at home. Second one, teachers are required to design learning media as an innovation by utilizing online media. The third one, the teacher can ensure that students take part in learning simultaneously, although in different places. The obstacle of the research. The all sector now are getting impact from this COVID-19 pandemic. The world education is one of them, judging from the surrounding events. The first obstacle of the education now is both students and parents who do not have cell phones to support online learning activities feel confused. The expensive of internet fees cannot answer the soaring demands of the internet. And the last one, unstable connection is in most rural areas. The solution from us. The solution is this problem is to create interactive e-modules online to make it easier for students to get materials, quizzes, and practice guidelines, especially in front office subjects in reception and reservation expertise. The main development result. The main result of this development research is an Android-based interactive e-modules using Flip PDF software to support dynamic electricity learning media in high school. This Android-based interactive e-module is a medium for front office learning. The detailed research. The analysis stage is the first stage of the E-Modul. The stage consists of needs analysis and curriculum analysis. Procedure. The procedure is conducted utilizing observation and questionnaire instrument via Google Form to 30 teacher conference for hospitality subjects. The results of the recapitulation of needs analysis questionnaire can be seen in Table 4 and 5, Solihuddin, TGA 2018. Next one, the result of needs analysis with student responded. Best result from the analysis. It is known that the West Bandung Regency Subject Teachers Conference requires a learning media that can overcome the problem from the lack of learning resources, students' difficulties in dynamic learning electrical materials, and cognitive learning outcomes that are less than optimal. The Android-based software. This Android-based interactive e-module is very easy to use, easy to access anytime and anywhere, both online and also offline. The front office material presented is integrated with simulation or animation or learning videos to help students face the competency test held by LSP. The design stage. The first is compiling material content, selecting media by indicators of competency achievement, collecting or making images, videos, animation, compiling competency tests. And then the second one is design the cover using the Microsoft Office PowerPoint program created with the JPEG extension. Picture and videos are taken online via the internet or manually through a scanner. The third one, there is customization. And then we are customize the image and videos for developing the content. The next step is to prepare reference sources, either in reference book or quotation from the internet to facilitate and creating Android-based interactive e-modules. And the last one, there is the consultation. The development of this Android-based interactive e-modules media was then consulted with material expert and media expert to be given input about the material content and design to be developed. The Android-based interactive e-module design used the format of Directorate of High School Development, Directorate General of BSMA 2070 as follows. The Android-based interactive e-modules framework using Flip PDF software. The number one, there is cover, and the content section will be the material title, and the extension will be the quiz. And the second one is forward. Content section will be the concept map, and the end section will be the bibliography. And the third one, there is the table of contents. It's telling the perception, motivation, core keys, and guidelines. And the fourth one, there is glossary, material description. And the fifth one, there is competence, KD and GPA. It's the section of the content is assignment. And the sixth one, there is learning objective. It's containing the problem training. And the last one, there is usage instruction that giving the summary. The table 7, validation test results. The result from the last slide, it's telling that Android-based interactive E-Modules validation tests using Flip PDF software dynamic front office material by media experts show an achievement percentage of 87.30% with excellent interpretation on all aspects of the media. The results of E-Modules interactive module validation tests based on Android front office material by material expert showed an achievement percentage of 86.15% with excellent interpretation on all aspects of the material. And the results of validation tests by teacher of front office areas of expertise showed an achievement percentage of 87% with excellent interpretation on all aspects of the material. The implementation stage. The next step is implementing Android-based interactive media using E-Module using Sigil software which media experts have validated. Material expert and front office teacher is piloted to students. The trial was conducted on student of class 12 SMKN 1 Cisarua to find out its effectiveness. Field tests are conducted by handing out Android-based interactive E-Modules using Flip PDF software to each student. Then students study the interactive module for 1 week, and students fill out a questionnaire to assess the wisdom, ease, and usefulness of interactive modules. The evaluation stage. The feedback in the form of comments and suggestions from both students and from front office teacher. And then we will revise it back to become a decent and better product. Android-based interactive E-Modules learning media display using Flip PDF software as shown in figure 2, the next slide. Figure 2, this is the Android-based interactive E-Module using Flip PDF software. And then there is the description and the tutorial how to use the module. The final stage of this development research is an Android-based interactive E-Modules using Flip PDF dynamic electrical material software that has undergone several previous evaluation stages. The result of external product tests related to student response and assessment of product use can be used to assess the level of product efficacy, ease, and usefulness according to the user view, shown in Table 8. The external test results show that the product of the interactive modules is considered attractive, easy to use, and valuable for students as source of learning dynamic electrical concept. This can be seen from the quality score of the interactive modules reaching 83.33%, ease of use reaching 95.83%, and the usefulness reaching 91.67%. This shows that Android-based interactive E-Modules using Flip PDF software are considered attractive, easy to use, and valuable for students in improving understanding of front office subjects from theory to practice. The conclusion. Based on test results of validation tests by media experts, material experts, and vocational teachers, as well as students' responses, it can be concluded that the development of Android-based interactive E-Modules learning media using Flip PDF software from front office materials has met the criteria very well, and deserve to be used as a Class 12 front office learning medium to improve understanding of front office concept. Thank you. To end this presentation, let me just run over the key points again briefly.